Well, once again, it's time to do my plants. And I'm going to give an update on all my plants. And I have the names of most of them, but there's a couple that I just can't remember what they are. And that's my Thai Constellation. It got a brand new leaf. Took 6 months to get it because I was stupid and I repotted it in a pot that was way too big, so I took it out and put it in a small pot. And that's the last leaf that it had. The other ones died, unfortunately, because I screwed up and I overwatered and they died. So that's my brand new one. I'm letting everything dry out properly, and my big mistake was I let all my plants sit in the water for an hour after I watered them, and you can't do that with Monsteras. It's just not, it's bad. So, but that's my new Thai Constellation leaf. And there I have tons of pothos and philodendrons because I love them to death. That one is a philodendron black cherry princess, pink princess, and it's growing really well. And all my that's an aluminum or silvery and pothos is that one, and that's a tricolor. And when it gets really big, the leaves will have 3 different patterns on them. They're beautiful. And that one's doing really well. All these two are little teeny weeny babies. That one and that one was a tiny baby, and they're doing really good. I can't remember what this thing is. I have 3 or 4 of them now because I've propagated them because they just got too big, and they grow like crazy. They grow like weeds, but they turn, in the light, in the sun, they turn bright purple, the leaves. And so this one here is, I think it's a Pepperomia. It's very, very slow growing, and the things that grow out of it are very boring, and they don't have anything exciting about them at all. I mean, they just grow and just really, really long and laggy. And so I just broke a bunch of them off to try to make it get a little bit wide, wider, and grow a little bit more instead of so leggy. And I'll just name all the pothos that I have because I love them to death. I have Hawaiian Pothos, Park and Jade Pothos, Pearls and Jade Pothos, Marble Queen Pothos, Silvery and Pothos, and this one is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful, and it gets huge. It gets very big leaves. So so I have quite a few of these. And I propagated them too, and it's wrapping around my lamp. And as you can see, when they're away from the, when they're away from the lights, they just turn green leaves. So, but that's fine. I mean, and that's what this one is. This is the mother plant down here, and I think that's probably the Marble Queen. And they're just beautiful. And let's see. Oh, this is these are Monstera Acuminatas. And they're not doing anything special at all. I mean, I had to cut a long stem that was growing off of this one, and I put it in this plant, and it got a leaf. So I had it in regular light, like in the window, and it was just getting long and leggy. So I don't know, when the picture of where I bought it from shows this big full plant, and all mine's done is just vined. and it's just vining straight up. And it's not doing much of anything. I mean, this was a big disappointment. So that's just a cut. Those are just cuttings from one of my pothos. Oh, I must have accidentally knocked. Huh, that's weird. I must have accidentally knocked one of the, turned off the light. Let me just check something here. There we go. See how purple those are back there in the light? And I have to move them all the time because they get burnt on the lights. But they just grow like total weeds. But I like them. And that's a bird of paradise. This one will be a orange blue or orange purple bird of paradise. So I really hope that it flowers. It's still a baby. It's growing like crazy though. It's doing really good since I got it. So I got it. It was really tiny. Sorry about my humidifier. But yeah, that's bird of paradise, orange, purple. And then, of course, there's my dollies. And I love them. I love them. I just love them. There's little baby Jason sitting up there. Baby Jason fell down the other day. Oh, look at that. My Sam fell down too. Well, that's not good. Sam's supposed to be sitting up. There's Sam. That's interesting. And then there's my other dolls. Oh, look at this one. It's just not supposed to be sitting up. There we go. So they're sitting up. And I love them to death. This one back here, she's a little witch, let me tell you. There's my, let's see here. Oh yeah, there's my 18-inch machete signed by Kane Hodder. It's a real machete. Okay, that one is a reverse variegated spider plant. And I got these were all tiny when I got them, just tiny, and that one's actually got babies now. A baby. So I'm happy with that. This is just these are two this is my original Hawaiian spider plant. And I repotted it, and one of the pieces, I guess, fell off, and then I put it in another pot. I'm gonna grow another one. And these are no, that's not. Oh, yeah, they're there. Stromanthe trio star plants. There's another one. And when I got them, they were extremely tiny, and they've just gone crazy. They've done really well. And that's that's a black coral snake plant, or Sanseveria cuttings. And then, oh yeah, that's a Gundam statue. I have a lot in my closet that I haven't finished yet, and I've built quite a few of them, Gundams. It's a Japanese mecha. And my plants on my balcony are doing well. So this is my African boy. It is a... I can't find it on my paper. Well, anyway, it's doing really well. And, it's an Alocasia poly African mask is what it's called. I'm not a professional YouTuber, just casual. So, and then that's another one of the black snake plants. And it's actually gotten new growth recently. And it's doing really well. And that's one of the new ones. And it's a big it's a big plant. So these are my, one of them is and this one's not, I don't know what's wrong with it. I have to figure out something going on here. But it's I don't know if this is, I have a Moonlight Philodendron, a Prince of Orange Philodendron, and a McColleys Finale Philodendron. And I think this might be the Prince of Orange, but I got to figure out if I'm watering it too much or what's going on under here. It doesn't have thrips. I already checked, but it's got, I don't know what's going on with it. I have to do some research. Here's another one of the Hawaiian spider plants, and it's got a baby coming out of it. I tend to let the babies hang from the plants as long as possible. So what this is a red nerve plant. I have 2 of them. And then those are some cuttings that I took from, I moved one of my pothos around and a couple of the long pieces broke off. And that's the same thing there. I think I've overwatered them a little bit, but there's cuttings off of my pothos. And then there's my English ivy, one of them. And then there's another one of those ones that turn purple. They're all over the place. It's all over the place. It's hanging down. And that's what this window is for. And then there's some more cuttings from some pothos that I took. And here's another one of this beautiful, gigantic pothos. It's not gigantic, but it's, I don't know if that's the Marble Queen or not, but it's huge. And it's doing really well, not under the lights. It's kind of interesting. There's another one of the Silvery Ann pothos. I like leaves that have markings and designs on them. I really do. And I love variegated plants like crazy. And yeah, that's gorgeous. There's another English ivy cutting. And then there's another red nerve plant. And that thing had flowers when it was under the lights. I didn't know it was going to grow any. And then there's one of my another one of my pothos, and it's just going nuts. And I had to wrap it around here, but that's what I have this. And I got this branch from the woods, and I bleached it and cleaned it, and I'm leaving it hang there. And when my Monstera Glorious gets high enough to wrap around it, I might put it up there. I'm not sure. We'll see. Or else I'm just going to hang some more vines up there on my pothos. But I want that to be like a wall of plants in front of the window of my vining plants. And then here's something I'm so excited about. I got that node, that giant golden pothos node, which is the biggest node I've ever seen. And looky, it's got leaves, 3 leaves coming out of it. And I'm so excited. And then there's another one, and it's got a little bump coming out of it up there. But I don't know if it's gonna make it. And that one there has a little bump. This one actually got really bad root rot, and I don't know if it's gonna live. So I'm trying. There's another one of my black snake plants cuttings. And then this is a cutting off of it's a ruby, my rubber plant, which is let me see here. It was a variegated ruby rubber plant. When it's under lights, it gets red like that. And it was beautiful. It was on a real big one that was growing straight up, so I cut it off and repotted. I actually grew roots in the water first, and so that one's going to be gigantic too. And then that's the mother plant there, and I think it's gorgeous. And the closer it gets to the light, the more ruby it'll get. These, and then after I cut it, it started growing all these new ones coming out of the side. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted it to bush out instead of just growing straight up. So yeah, it's bushing out big time. So that makes me really happy. And so yeah, that one, I love rubber plants. And then this is my Albo, my brand new Albo leaf. And I've only had this Albo plant for a couple, maybe 2-3 weeks. That's the original leaf from the node. And then this is the brand new one I just got that just opened. And then this is my Glorious, my Philodendron Glorious. And it's the Gloriosum. Those branch out from the bottom. They crawl. And the Glorious is a hybrid, which is what this is. And they vine up. So this thing, I'm going to have to get a higher branch because it's just when I got it, it was very sickly looking, as you can see. It came to me with really crappy leaves on the bottom, or the new leaves. And then as it grows, the leaves are getting more beautiful. So, and I love the Glorious. I love the Gloriosums too. But the Glorious, I think, have the most beautiful leaves. And then that's my Moonlight Philodendron, I think. And they grow really weird. They grow from the middle out. So all their leaves grow in the middle and not on the side. And that one's doing really well. And and of course there's my big baby that I love to death, and that's my Monstera Deliciosa. And it's doing well. And I lost a lot of leaves because I overwatered it too. Because I would leave water in the bottom of it for like an hour and got rot. So I let it dry out really well now between waterings. And this is these are tomato spikes, and I like them a lot because they're green. They're really sturdy, and this thing can grow right up them. I'm not going to do the moss pole thing. I don't like the idea of watering a moss pole and then having this tiny pot. Sure, they look beautiful, but I don't want to deal with the water like that. Excuse me. This is the lemon lime philodendron, I think. That one's the lemon lime. So, and that one shouldn't be in full light. So I have it there. I think either that one or the other one I have over on the table. I got all three together, and one of them isn't supposed to be under lights, and the other two can be. So, but these are my plants, and this is my new branch, and I'm very proud of my plants, and I think I'm doing a fairly decent job. It's a lot of trial and error, and for some reason my heat kicked on while I have the patio window wide open, so I need to turn that off. And as far as the blue lights go, this is these lights have pink, blue, and purple, and the blue is for foliage, the pink and the purple is for flowering plants. So I don't have any flowering plants under, so I'm using the blue and stuff. So, but I hope you liked my plants, and I will give an update in about 6 months or so. So have a really nice evening.